What's up, guys? Gonna do all the maintenance that you should do when you buy a car from Craigslist. Yeah, let's get to it. Pretty clean now that I'm looking at it. Look, there's no rust whatsoever underneath this car. I just finished the oil change and coolant flush, whatever you want to call it. I just drained it from the bottom of the radiator and filled it back up and bled it. But another thing I did that is kind of controversial, some people like love to do it and some people despise doing it, is I put half a can of Seafoam in the oil and the other half in the gas tank. But yeah, that's as far as maintenance goes. And then I checked the transmission fluid and it looks spotless. There's no metal flakes in it. It's not discolored. It's still red and it's nice and topped off. So I'm not gonna touch that until it needs to be done. So yeah, that's it for maintenance. Dash lights didn't work. Here I have it out, the instrument cluster. What I have to do is take this apart and replace some of the capacitors because some of the capacitors are shot. Typical Lexus problem here. So let me just rip this open. The the capacitor that's shot is right here. And there's another one there. I'm going to unsolder these. And handy dandy soldering iron. I'm gonna unsolder them and then solder some new ones in where I see one of these capacitors here. I'll just replace them all while I have this all apart, just to save some headache later. Already assembled it and everything, so now I'm gonna go throw it back in the car. Alright, so we're back in here. As you can see, my whole dash area is all torn apart. But yeah, getting the cluster out was super easy. It was literally like 4 screws holding it all together. So I'm gonna throw that back in. Alright, so the problem I was originally having was when I went to turn the car on and start it, the dash lights didn't light up whatsoever. It literally looked like that while the car was on. And the gas gauge didn't work at all. Like, it just kind of like sat at empty or sat at full or spazzed out somewhere in the middle. But let's see how this worked. And remember, it looked like this when I drove it from New York all the way here. That's what it's supposed to look like. This is how it should have looked like. Oh wait. That's cool. Another thing that I also fixed, I didn't even realize I fixed it, I'm not gonna lie, is, let me get all the lights off. Alright, so, you see how the headlights are on, and then I turn them off? Alright, these radio lights here, when I turned the headlights on, none of these buttons here, see how everything's lit up? When I originally got the car, none of these buttons whatsoever lit up when I turned the headlights on. And the dimmer switch didn't work either. I'm getting a little bored of the stock sound, so what I'm gonna do is do half of a muffler delete right now. I'm gonna cut the mufflers off, but I'm not gonna weld any pipe back on because I'm gonna do some Haggard emissions thing where I'm gonna weld cats to the back, but that's for another video. This one's just gonna be me cutting the mufflers off and see what that sounds like. Shit, that's hot. These are the most bootleg fucking hangers I've ever seen. Hope it doesn't sound like a Dodge Ram. It still sounds classy. It smells like a lawnmower now. in a garage. Let's make a little bit of noise right now. So I decided to go with some chrome tip.
Get out of the light.
Let's give it a whirl.
Nice big chrome tip.
It does. All right, let's go. I just want to see if I can get a backfire. I can't hit the limiter, it's too short.